Hello everyone, what's up and welcome to Dragonpit channel. Now this is ShinyRyko. I'm going to go through my Untitled's Magician deck. The ban list was today. I don't know when you'll be seeing this video, but I'm videoing it the same day as the ban list. Like, the ban list was... it aggressively picked on decks and I didn't like it that much. I'm all in favor of the Monarchs. I don't like Monarchs and I think they deserve what happened to them. But me, I don't deserve all of that. Now, Monkey board being banned, fine, I can live with that. Kirin to 1, fine. Played all three, but it's not really a Odd or Magician card. None of my business with it going to 1, but they hit Pendulum Call to 1. Dear God, the deck feel kind of sluggish. It feels a bit handicapped because of that hit. The hit was so crucial. It happened in OCG, and I wouldn't believe it would happen in TCG because OCG, sometimes they're on coke. You can only have one Pendulum Call, but Norden is banned, and Chaos Emperor Dragon is at 3. Like, the logic for the OCG and TCG is, broken. But, of course, I had a build ready before the ban list, just in case anything might happen. Like, I predicted all this except for Pendulum Call getting hit, but I had plans for that anyways. Now, I'm going to explain everything as I go through. As a quick description of each. Now, Odd is Pendulum Dragon. He's the main beat stick of the deck. He's 2500 meat with doing double damage. And in the Pendulum scale, he's a Waboku for Pendulum monsters once. And during the end phase, if he's in the scale, I can destroy him and search for Pendulum monster with 1500 or less attack. So he's pretty good. And he tutors for majority of your monsters to go combo into, or at least get scales for you to set if you don't have any already. Next on up is your Performapals, Joker, Light Phoenix, and Unicorn. Now, at first I was playing 2 Unicorn. I cut it down because keyboard is no longer with us. I can't search into these combos. I'll have to search directly for the Unicorn if I'm using Odd Eyes. And Sky Iris is there to help you as out. Joker is just a good monster, being able to search all Pendulum monsters in your deck, excepting just Kirin. So yeah. And Light Phoenix is there for a low scale, and if you're desperate, he can special summon himself from the scale. So it's actually a good card, and it helps you to synchro someone into Ignisto, one of the most powerful synchros ever. So yeah. The deck really feels sluggish. I don't know, the deck can no longer be fast because I keep breaking a lot. But I changed up the build again, so it breaks far less. Now, the Magicians, triple Dragonpit, 1 Dragonpulse. Still a must play. The Dragonpit, they're more important now than ever because you have no cards to search for your scale 8s that easily. Next up, Timegazer, Wisdom, and 2 Oaf. Now, the Wisdom must play even though it's at 1. He searches into any of these, any Magicians. Timegazer being a little more unique than all the others as used in the anime. Because of its timing in the anime, they kind of neutered its effect because originally, it was just scale 8 full stop. When you attack, your opponent cannot use trap cards once. Now, they give it a little benefit as in any Pendulum monster attack, your opponent cannot use traps any at all. But the drawback to it is that if it alone in the scale, it becomes 4 until I put an Odd Eyes or a Magician monster into the other scale. Which will happen. I literally don't have any other scale to set it with. It has to be Odd Eyes or Magicians, like, just mandatory. Unless I use Kirin. And I'm not going to do that. But Oaf is a free add back. He's at 3, but I'm playing 2. The reason why I'm playing 2 is because I don't want to draw him that much. A low scale is not that important. Also, the combos with him can be done with 2. The worst that could happen is my opponent negates a summon of 1, but I still have 1 left. Noble Dragon Magician for your synchro summons. Nothing more need to be said about that. And 2 Xiangke Magician. This is a metal call for all light based deck. Example, the Blue Eyes, you cannot deal with the Spirit Dragon just banishing cards at this point in time. Like, no. You can't get back scales easy, you have to defend them. And it works against a lot of light decks like Satellas, especially with them being able to make a comeback eventually. Light Sworns, obvious ones, and other little stuff like Scepter and Chair for the Seraph Knight. Not Seraph Knight, Star Seraphs, yeah. And then we have Kirin for your last Pendulum on. So Kirin is just a very good card. It's a shame it's at 1, but it's less for me to deal with when my opponent summons. So I can live with this, definitely. That's it for all your Pendulum monsters for the deck. Now for your few non-Pendulum monster. 3 Apex Avian. Good monster. Negate. Go back to your hand. Pendulum it back. Nothing else needs to be said about it. 2 Maxx. I am extremely shocked that Maxx got hit to 2, but this took the space of the other Kirins that were in here. So it used to be 3 Kirin, now it's 2 Maxx Kirin. Maxx is just a good card. It gives you +1s. It stops your opponent from going off if they can't kill you that turn. So yeah, it's just a really good card. Nothing much more need to be said about it. Moving on to spells. 2 Sky Iris. 2 Terraforming. Now, obviously, this is a good ratio. This is what everyone is playing, but right now I'm considering to bump them up. I haven't bricked with the deck since I fixed it one last time. And I used it like 20 times. I haven't bricked once. So, yeah, I think this ratio is perfectly fine, but I can play the 3rd Sky Iris. I'm really thinking about it. The thing is with it, normally I used to have pen call, so even if I draw multiple, it wasn't that issue. I could just discard and search. Now there's no discarding, so it's stuck in my hand. So yeah, be careful about that. And the last card I'm playing is Polymerization for the spell. This really supposed to be Odd Eyes Fusion, but I'm just playing Polymerization because I do not have Odd Eyes Fusion. So consider it a proxy. Where I am, I'm not allowed to proxy, so I have to use the Polymerization itself. Next one up, the one-off pen call. Good God have mercy. Missed this card. Discard any card from my hand and search for 2 Magician pendulums with different names. Now we have to play this now because pen call is at 1. We have to play Triple Summoner's Art. Very good card. It only searches for 1 monster in your deck. So use it before you end up drawing into the monster, because if you draw next one, it might be dead. It only searches for Dragonpit, but Dragonpit is all you really want. Next one up, 2 Mystical Space Typhoon. Typhoon being a good card of the format. The reason why I'm playing 2 Typhoon over Twin Twister is that I don't want to discard. Like a lot of decks right now, example Blue Eyes, which won Worlds and didn't get touched, by the way. Don't know what's up with that, but not the point. Blue Eyes don't play back row, right? The only back row they play is Silver's Cry, which special summons, and it's a quick play. If I Twin Twister 1 card by discarding that and my opponent activated it anyways, I go -2 for no reason. Whereas if it's a Typhoon self-control, just Typhoon the 1 card and I'm scotch free. So I decided to side my Twin Twister with that next Typhoon. I can't afford to be discarding that much, especially now in our time of need. And the last spell card is Raigeki. Self-explanatory. Destroy all my opponent's monsters. Full stop. Traps. We have Vanity's Emptiness. Be careful how you use it. It is a very good tech card, but the problem with it is that you're playing a pendulum-based deck, so cards may never go to your graveyard. If it does not go to your graveyard, it will stay on the field. So it might not sound like a lot, but if your monsters are weaker than your opponent attacks off all your monsters, they go to the face-up extra deck. Vanity's Emptiness stays, so you cannot pendulum someone back anything. You're just stuck in a losing position. Whereas the moment you should activate it is when you have your other Vortex or Kirin or Avian on the field dominating, then you activate this so your opponent doesn't have an out to it. Next one up, Bottomless Truffle, still a good card. Horn of Heaven, well, it's a good card. I like it, and the fact that it ends the main phase is what really catches my eye. Next one up, we have Solemn Warning and Solemn Scolding. So yeah, these are all your traps. You only play 5. You need to play a little defense in case anything can happen. So you need to play a little defense. Next one up is your extra deck. 2 Other's Vortex and Runa's Pendulum. Now Runa is a bit harder to go into than the others, and you have to choose if you want to go into it. It's good for 1 turn and 1 turn only. After that is all up to what your opponent does. It's unaffected by everything the turn it is summoned, and it can attack multiple times, up to 3 times, depending on what you use as fusion material. Vortex is used for its negation effect. It's a very good card. Being able to fusion someone one with Polymerization, and the next one I can just use going to from the Exceed Absolute. Next one up is your Synchros. That is Meteor Burst, Clear Wings Synchro Dragon, and Ignister Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer. All these are really good cards. The reason why I'm not playing 2 Meteor Bursts anymore is that duels are so fast paced that majority of them finish before I can summon a second Meteor. Like, every turn counts, especially even the decks that Meteor are against, because if I make a Cosmo player live for a turn, things can happen. He can Dark Destroy, pop, destroy, attack me, kill me. Yeah. So you have to play things like that. For Exceeds, Rebellion, Dank Rebellion, Exceed Dragon, Castell, and Majesta Paladin. Now, Majesta, I put it in over Diamond there because Diamond there wasn't doing its work. I never summoned it in a long time. Whereas the Majesta Paladin, it will give me at least a search during the end phase for any Pendulum monster. So if I'm already set, I add Kirin. If I'm not, I can add my Joker or any card that can get me into a favorable position. Next one up, you have your bigger Exceeds, Flare Metal, 11 Big Eye, and Utopia Beyond. Utopia Beyond is for OTKs, Big Eye is for stealing people's stuff and never returning them back, and Flare Metal just for that little finishing touch when you don't finish a person off. And the last cards are your Odd Eyes. 2 Absolute, 1 Rebellion. Of course, if you're playing Odd Eyes Fusion, you have to play Rebellion. Also, Rebellion, when you summon it properly, is a straight up OTK. Absolute can special summon any Odd Eyes monster from your extra deck when it leaves the field after being Exceed summon. Also, it has a Utopia effect where it negates an attack by detaching, but also it special summons an Odd Eyes monster from your hand or your graveyard. So it's very useful. And that's it for your extra deck. And to be quite honest, Exceed decks are the most broken. I don't know why people always complain about pendulums. They're not that unfair. Like, normal people, like example, they start off their turn with 5 cards in hand. For pendulums, we start off with 3 because 2 of those have to set scales. So don't be complacent. Now, my side deck, the side deck isn't that important because I don't know what's meta yet. Nobody knows. Well, we know Blue Eyes is going to be one, but I don't know anything else that's going to definitely be around. Like, Cosmos was these are in for, and Cosmos are no more. So, Triple Flying Sea, Triple Chaos Hunter, 1 Trap Eater for the anti-spell. I don't know why that's not banned. Like, seriously? They hit the pendulum so hard, but they still didn't ban anti-spell. That's bullcrap. Next one up, we have Twin Twister and the Typhoon, just for extra removal. Triple Imperial Iron Wall. It was intentional in there for Cosmos. Might come out if Cosmos not doing anything. And then we have Triple Royal Decree. Royal Decree being a good card to stop heavy back row decks, clean demise, any demise variant deck. And the fact that I only play 5 traps, it gives me space to take out 3 of the traps and put in any more side cards that I necessarily need. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. I assume Drasengan is going to put a link to my channel in the description or a link to it on the page. So thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace. Have a great day.